What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a little video I decided to make. I just beat Spider-Man. I know that there are still a lot of videos to come out on my channel, but I just wanted to share some of my nerd knowledge and put in a little research just to figure out the origin of all the suits that are in the Spider-Man game. This should go without saying, but spoilers ahead. So we're going to go down the list on the suit screen, and obviously that means starting off with the advanced suit. The advanced suit is created originally for this exact game. After finding out that Peter Parker is designing Spider-Man's suits, Dr. Octavius decides to help him out and he creates this suit. It includes many direct improvements from the original suit, along with a slick white detailing. The suit power is Battle Focus, which lets Focus rapidly regenerate for a short period of time during combat. This can help when you're trying to take out a lot of enemies and do instant takedowns, or if you need to spam the healing button. The next suit is the Classic suit. This comes with a damaged and repaired variant, the damaged you start off with and the repaired you have to unlock. These suits appear in Amazing Fantasy Volume 1 number 15, which is the debut of Spider-Man in comics. The repaired variant comes with the suit power Web Blossom, where Spider-Man leaps into the air and shoots webs at all the nearby enemies, sticking them to different surfaces and leaving them webbed up for you to finish off. The next suit is the Noir suit. This first appears in Spider-Man Noir number 1, which is an alternate story Marvel made to give a more gritty appearance of Spider-Man. The suit power is Sound of Silence, where enemies won't be able to call for backup once you alert them. That means when you're in a really tight situation in a stealth mission, you can jump out and just start mindlessly beating the crap out of people and they won't be able to call for help, giving you a much faster and much easier option to take out a lot of enemies while stealth. The next suit is the Scarlet Spider suit. This first appears in the Web of the Scarlet Spider number 1. This is a 1994 story where Ben Reilly is a clone of Peter Parker. He was created by the Jackal, who cloned Peter Parker. Jackal did this because he blamed Spider-Man for Gwen Stacy's death. The suit power is Holo Decoy, where you create several holograms that stun and distract enemies. Ben does not have the ability to create holograms. This is probably just used because he's a clone of Spider-Man and they thought it was a clever idea. The next suit is the Spider Armor Mark II suit. This first appears in the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 656. This suit comes about because Spider-Man loses the abilities to have his spider sense, which means he's no longer able to dodge bullets on a whim. This comic origin reflects directly in the suit power, which is bulletproof. You can magnetically polarize your suit, which makes you bulletproof against all enemies. The next suit is the Secret War suit. This originally appears in Secret War number 5. This suit appeared very briefly, as it was only worn by Peter right at the end of Secret War. The suit power of this suit is Arms Race, which discharges an amplified EMP to stun enemies and disable their weapons. The next suit is the Stark suit. Of course, this is the suit that Peter wears in a lot of the Marvel movies. It originally appeared when Tony Stark created it for him during Captain America's Civil War. It is also the suit that Peter Parker wears throughout most of Homecoming. The suit power is Spider Bro, which calls down a Spider Bro to help fight alongside you. This is basically a super powerful version of the Spider Drone. Next up, we have the Negative suit. This originally appeared in Spider-Man number 90 when Peter Parker went to the Negative Zone. The change in suit color was directly affected by the way that the Negative Zone perceives color. The suit power of this suit is Negative Shockwave, which charges up negative energy and slams it into the ground with an area of attack. The effect and animation is directly based off of Mr. Negative's attacks. Next up, we have the Electrically Insulated suit. This originally appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 425. This suit was created to be electric-proof that could help Spider-Man fight Electro. It also makes him look frickin' jacked. The suit power is Electric Punch, and for those of you that are gonna watch my Let's Play, you will know that this is by far my favorite and most used suit power in the game. It electrifies your hands and lets every single punch not only electrify the opponent you're attacking, but also be able to chain to other enemies. It keeps them stunned in place and you can easily finish off large groups of enemies like they're nothing. Next we have the Spider-Punk suit. This first appears in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, Issue 10. Spider-Punk is Earth 138 Spider-Man, also known as Hobart Brown. It is in this storyline that Hobart uses the power of punk rock to basically incite a large army to fight. It's very weird. But that directly translates into the suit power, which is Rock Out. Spider-Punk can jam out some beats and throw enemies flying with concussive blasts. Next up we have the Wrestler suit. This first appears in the original Spider-Man movie, and in the comics it shows up in Ultimate Spider-Man number 3. The suit power is King of the Ring, where Spider-Man can throw enemies without even webbing them up. This is not really that useful of a skill at all. Next up we have the Fear Itself suit. Fear Itself was an event in 2011 where the Serpent, also known as Cole Borson, proclaimed himself to be the All-Father of Asgard. Afterward, many suits were created by Tony Stark and the Dwarves of Asgard to give the wearer the ability to be able to fight these super powerful beings. Spider-Man received one of these suits, and this is what it looked like. The suit power is quad damage. Nano muscles briefly quadruple the amount of damage you do. The next suit is the Stealth Big Time suit. This is created in the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 650. The suit was created to counteract Hobgoblin's sonic powers. It's able to blend in with the light, and the sounds around it completely disappear, which makes Spider-Man basically invisible. This appearance from the comics directly translates into the suit power, which is Blur Projector, which basically creates a little bubble around you which makes you completely invisible, and you can use this in stealth missions, kind of like the Sound of Silence. I happen to like this one a little bit better though. The next suit we're talking about is Spider Armor Mark III. This was probably my favorite suit in the game. I think it looks so awesome. He looks just like Red Hood, and as you know, I'm a huge Batman fanboy. This first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 682. This was another suit obviously created to protect from firearms. It did make him a little bit slower, but it made him even more armored up, and it helped him fight the Sinister Six. The suit power is titanium alloy plates. This power lets Spider-Man directly throw back any bullets that hit him at the shooter, not including snipers. Next up is the 2099 Black Suit. This first appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 365. This suit originates from an alternate Marvel storyline that takes place in the year 2099. Miguel O'Hara was the Spider-Man of that year, and he donned this exact suit. This suit probably has the worst power in the entire game. It's called Low Gravity. When you turn it on, you fall through the air a little bit slower. It's completely useless. It honestly is more of an inconvenience when it's on. The only time it's actually useful is when you're doing aerial combos. The next suit we're talking about is the Iron Spider suit. This first appears in the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 529, which takes place during the Marvel Comics Civil War event, which is a highly recommended read. It's my favorite event out of all of the Marvel comics. However, this exact iteration of the suit actually first was displayed in the movie Spider-Man Homecoming. It wasn't until Infinity War that Spider-Man actually got to wear this suit though. The suit power is Iron Arm. This allows Spider-Man to spontaneously have 4 arms shoot out of his back and operate like little mini Dr. Octopus arms. These arms not only appear in the Iron Spider suit in the comics, but they're also a staple of the Superior Spider-Man suit. And I was really hoping that that would be more what it was like, but you just use them during combat. Next up, we got the Velocity suit. This suit was created specifically for this game and has never been seen in any movie or comics ever. The suit power of this suit is extremely bad. It's called Blitz, and it basically lets you run and have like a little bit of a force field in front of you that it can knock over people. It feels more like I was playing Saints Row than actual Spider-Man. It's not very useful, and you can't really hit while you're doing it. You would never actually find a good way to use it. Next up, we got the Spider Armor Mark IV suit. This first appears in 2015 in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, number 1. Spidey dons this suit after finally being able to regain his body from Dr. Octopus's control. Again, being created in 2015 means this is a relatively new suit, though he has worn it plenty since then. The suit power of this suit is Defense Shield. This temporary shield will absorb any and all damage directed at Spider-Man for a short period of time. Out of all the defensive suits, such as the Spider Armor 3 different versions I've talked about, this one is probably the best from a strictly defensive standpoint. Next up is the Spirit Spider. If you own a Twitter or you go on Reddit, you've probably seen this suit in a clip. It's extremely silly, though many people believe that this suit was originally created for the game. That's actually not the case. This suit actually appeared in the Incredible Hulk Annual number 1, and it's based off of Ghost Rider mixed with Spider-Man. The suit power is Spirit Fire, where you harness the powers of the Spirit of Vengeance, and you can have all sorts of ethereal energy turning into fiery waves, and it's very strange, and I can't really notice a distinct difference when you're fighting. It's just very weird. Moving on, we have the 2099 White Suit. This first appeared in Spider-Man 2099 Volume 3, Issue 1. After the Spider-Man of 2099, Miguel O'Hara, met Peter Parker, Peter actually creates this suit for him. It looks a lot less sinister and it is a direct upgrade from the old suit. The suit power of this suit allows you to have concussive strikes every single time you punch an enemy, sending them flying. Next up we have the vintage comic book suit. This first appeared in Amazing Fantasy Volume 1 number 15, which again is the original comic that Spider-Man was in. This is the classic suit, but instead it has a shell-shaded and inked appearance that directly reflects the way that Spider-Man was printed onto the page all the way back in 1962 when he was created. The suit power is quips. Throughout the entire game, they were constantly talking about quips where Peter Parker can taunt the opponents, and now you can have it as a suit power that you can use whenever you want. Next up we have the Last Stand suit. This appears in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 number 500. This suit is worn by the Spider-Man of Earth 312500. In this extremely grim version of Spider-Man, he murders Kraven the Hunter and has an all-out brawl with the police before he's shot to death. The suit power of this suit is Unrelenting Fury, which is the best brawling suit power in the game, as it lets you be able to punch any enemy and there's no way they can possibly block it. Next we have the Undie suit. This is a suit that you unlock for achieving 100% completion in all districts, main quests, and side quests. This suit was created originally for this game. The suit power is Equalizer. This gives you an insane one-punch man ability where you can one-hit any opponent. The trade-off is that you actually can also be knocked out in one hit, which means that you have to really be on the ball with all these dodges you have to throw. There's also one brief second that you actually wear this costume during a cutscene. Next up we have the Homemade suit. This is the suit that Peter makes for himself when he first starts off in Spider-Man Homecoming. You unlock this suit by finding all 55 backpacks that you spread across New York City as a 15-year-old. This suit is the first of the purely cosmetic suits that have no suit power that come with it. Next up we have the Anti-Ock suit. This suit was created originally for this game. This suit was created right at the end of the game before you have the final battle with Dr. Octopus. This was created as a last-ditch effort by Peter to be able to finally be able to defeat him and counter his super powerful robotic arms. The suit power is Resupply. When activated, Resupply will continuously replenish your gadget stocks. This means that you can literally just rapidly fire anything you want, including spider drones, electric shock, anything. You can even do concussive shot and harness your inner Dragonborn. Next up we have the Dark suit. This first appears in Spider-Man Deadpool number 8, which is a 2016 storyline. The only unfortunate thing is, after the original appearance of this suit, it's never been seen again. I guess Marvel just really doesn't like when Spider-Man gets to wear cool black suits. Sad face. This is another purely cosmetic suit, and you get it from completing all Black Cat stakeout side missions and then doing the side mission following up that. There's no suit power associated with it. Finally, we have the Secret suit. This is the ESU suit. This is a secret suit that does not display in the suit screen, so most people don't even know it exists. You unlock this suit by completing all the secret photo ops. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Feel more than welcome to check out any of the videos I have on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.